But speaking of PowerPoint, now this is where you are a big shot of the world in that there's only 18 people that are in the USA that are PowerPoint MVPs. What exactly is that?
So it stands for Most Valuable Professional, and it's a Microsoft award, and they have it in a lot of their different products. So I mean, technically, I'm a Microsoft Apps MVP, which includes all of Office, but we ignore that because I really just focus on PowerPoint. But there are people who focus on Word or Excel or some of their programming things as well. So you have to be an expert in it, and you have to give your knowledge away freely, which kind of means for free. That doesn't mean you can't make a living, but I do that by blogging and by emailing. And so and I've written books on PowerPoint. So I've been teaching people about PowerPoint for a pretty long time.
See, you should be a gazillionaire if if every speaker that I know um, should hire you because they all suck at PowerPoint.
Yes, so people misuse PowerPoint a lot. There's an expression, death by
Right,
PowerPoint.
right.
And I don't really know why, because by now everybody knows that you shouldn't just put up a wall of bullet points because bullets kill
Well,
people.
they might know, but that doesn't mean they do it.
Yeah, it's funny because really what they're doing is they're putting up a teleprompter for themselves. But what happens is, and there's some research on this, when people see that, they read the text. And while they're reading, they can't listen to the
Mhm.
speaker. And so, if you don't want people to listen to you, then put up a wall of bullet points
And put it behind you so that
and
you
put
have to go look look at the screen instead of the people.
exactly. So you have to turn your back. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this about me or if you've ever even seen me speak, but I never use PowerPoint. I just put the stuff that I want to display on my desktop, and then, what I've seen is, typically your time gets cut. And so then people are like either talking faster to try to get
Right.
through the slides, or people feel that, if they skip through some slides, the audience feels they're cheated. So the only time I use PowerPoint, I mean, I used it 30 times out of 3,000 speeches because I was a spokesperson for CBS, and they owned one of the biggest websites in the world, and I was a spokesperson, and I had to do 30 speeches, and they made me use it. But other than that, you know, I never use it for that. I use it for webinars, and
Right.
I use it if I need a graphic or an ad or something I want to make, and
Exactly.
it's easy,
Yeah.
to do it. I mean, I'm sure I'm not as slick like you, but it's a great program. And I had a website for years called what uh, something like I hate PowerPoint or something, or PowerPoint stinks. That's what it was. Yeah, and, and it
It
was
was
fun.
PowerPointstinks.com,
Yeah, it was PowerPointstinks.com, and it was
and
full.
Microsoft never came after you?
No, they didn't, which was, it never went really big, because I know that they would have. Had I but what was interesting is that it was full of Google AdSense ads for PowerPoint.
Right, of course.
So
That was your key word,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but now, are you also a word expert? Because I need somebody to call when I get stuck.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a word expert to the level of being an MVP in it, but I wrote a lot of books for major publishers, and I had to use Word, so I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, I run into things once in a while with, with placement of graphics. Sometime one
Call
person.
me next time it happens, and if I can't get you the answer, I'll find you somebody who
Oh,
can.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. One guy told me, instead of inserting the graphic into the text, insert a text box, and then insert the graphic into a text box. Did you ever hear that?
No, but I think what you're missing is that when you insert an image, then you can change its alignment. There's a little box at the
Mm-hmm.
upper right-hand corner, and you can set it to tight or square, and that lets you move it around where you want, because by default, it's kind of aligned with the text. And so if you want to move that image around and place it exactly where you want, and if you want the text to wrap around it, you should choose either square or tight
Boy, I
as
wish
the
you could just
word
drag
wrapping.